Welcome back to the deep dive. For decades, Bill and Melinda Gates were seen as the ultimate power couple, not just for building Microsoft, the tech giant that changed the world, but for their philanthropic work through the Gates Foundation, where they pledged billions to solve some of humanity's biggest problems. They seemed untouchable, but then the announcement came. After 27 years of marriage, they were divorcing. And almost immediately, the carefully constructed narrative began to crumble. Reports started surfacing, not about amicable separations, but about a world of muck. A world involving the notorious financier and convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein. Today, we're diving deep into the unraveling. We'll look at Bill Gates' public denials, Melinda Gates' revealing comments, and the lingering questions that continue to shadow one of the world's most famous philanthropists. This is the story of the Gates divorce and the Epstein shadow. At the center of this storm is Bill Gates' relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Gates has admitted to meeting with Epstein on several occasions. Starting in 2011, years after Epstein was convicted of sex crimes in Florida, Gates has always framed these meetings as being focused on philanthropy, specifically on fundraising for the Gates Foundation. But the narrative took a much darker turn. Reports from sources like the Wall Street Journal and snippets from Melinda Gates' own comments to her team suggested she was deeply uncomfortable with her husband's association with Epstein. Then came the explosive allegation. A bombshell report detailed that Epstein, in his own notes, had made a disturbing claim that Bill Gates had an affair with a Russian woman, and that Epstein claimed to have used that information. The implication, as reported, was that this could have been used as leverage or blackmail. Let's be clear, the allegation is that this was found in Epstein's notes. It is a claim made by a known manipulator and predator, not a proven fact. But its existence has been incredibly damaging. So, how has Bill Gates responded to all of this? He has consistently and vehemently denied any wrongdoing related to Epstein. He stated that his meetings were a huge mistake in terms of judgment, but he has drawn a very clear line. In a recent interview, Gates was pressed on these very issues. He addressed the rumors head-on, and his response was striking. He said, quote, "It's factually true that I was only at dinners. You know, I never went to the island. I never met any women." He.s. specifically denying the most salacious parts of the ick rumors, the trips to Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, which has become a symbol of Epstein's trafficking operation, and the meetings with women there. He acknowledges that the time was a mistake, but he's asking the public to see the distinction, a lapse in judgment in associating with a disgraced financier versus direct participation in his illicit activities. And then there's the other side of this story. Melinda French Gates. She has been more circumspect, but her words paint a powerful picture of why this marriage ended. In interviews following the announcement of their divorce, Melinda has spoken about the situation. When asked about the lingering questions regarding her ex-husband and his associates, her response was telling. She said, "Those questions are for those people, and for even my ex-husband. They need the answer to those things, not me." She followed that up with a sentiment that speaks volumes. "And I am so happy to be away from all the muck that was there. Happy to be away from the muck." It's a simple but devastating phrase. It suggests that the world Bill Gates was operating in, at least in part, was something she found morally repugnant and wanted no part of. It wasn't just about a difference of opinion. It was about distancing herself from an environment she considered toxic. Her happiness at leaving is framed not just as personal freedom, but as an escape from that specific muck. So where does this leave us? We have a clear denial from Bill Gates. He never went to the island. He never met any women in that context. We have Melinda's relief at escaping the muck of that world. And we have the documented association with Jeffrey Epstein, which Gates himself calls a mistake. The key question is, what was the muck? Was it simply the association with Epstein itself, which for Melinda, a lifelong advocate for women and children, was a betrayal of their foundation's values? Or is there more to the story that hasn't been publicly proven? The note written by Epstein adds another layer of complexity. It exists, and its purpose is speculated to have been for blackmail. But does that make its contents true? Epstein was a master manipulator who collected secrets on powerful people as a form of currency. It is entirely possible he fabricated or embellished a story. For Bill Gates, the damage may already be done. In the court of public opinion, the association with Epstein is a stain that is difficult to wash off, regardless of the specifics. The image of the benevolent, clean-cut tech founder is now inextricably linked with one of history's most infamous predators, simply by association. The story of Bill and Melinda Gates is more than just a celebrity divorce. It's a cautionary tale about judgment, reputation, and the company we keep. It shows how one decision to meet with someone like Jeffrey Epstein, even under the guise of philanthropy, can unravel a lifetime of work and a carefully crafted public image. Bill Gates's legacy is now permanently complicated. His philanthropic contributions are immense and undeniable, but for many, they will forever be viewed through the lens of his association with Epstein and the unanswered questions from his divorce. Melinda has moved on, stepping away from the foundation and forging her own path, seemingly at peace with her decision to leave the muck behind. And Bill Gates is left to defend his reputation, denying allegations that, true or not, have become part of his story. The full truth may never be known, but the questions, once raised, are not easily silenced. Thanks for watching the deep dive. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Do you think Bill Gates' association with Jeffrey Epstein was just a mistaken judgment, or does it reveal something more? We'll see you in the next video.